practically like it comes for nothing, and then they pay it, with time, they pay it off without any hassle. If that had been in place today in Nigeria, do you think all this most of the people who hasn't got a car or who felt frustrated in Nigeria, will yes. So so yeah. So instead, I think we should focus on the issues in Nigeria and then try as much that we preach the gospel of people refraining from being bigots, trying to all this politicians to use us to divert our attention from the major things. So I mean, what I've said, I hope you will be able to talk about it later on, and just to put hard more and then the importance of it. So the other day when I spoke about the GBT whatever, if I think it is not that I'm trying to make it as like that or make it bad or good, because after all we are all human, and whatever it is that we choose to do, why can't we? Because if we are truly a democratical settings, we should actually somehow be compassionate, yes, with every
right.
so
The idea
yeah,
is like as long as you are humans, you have rights. So whether you are gay, straight, this or that, it shouldn't really matter if you break any law and in a way, or if you begin
yes,
to highlight them out, is what I kind of don't like.
yes. But before I go, but truly, if Tinubu is truly a politician who uses his brain, right, he shouldn't just let it just slide and sneak, this Western world, make it, to look enticing to him, of course, because he's so greedy, he wants to get the money. But instead of it, to look at the broader, the far from, to be foresighted, to say, look, this is not going to help Nigeria in any way, right? Because of course, no matter how you paint it, there's still people in Nigeria up to tomorrow. There's no amount of preaching that you want to make that they will still stigmatize it, especially from this northern area. So
let me take
yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So please, everyone, I know it can be somehow, okay? If you are calling in, I would appreciate if you put your thought together and then we can really manage the time enough. It will help enough, okay? So here is another caller on the line. Hello there.
My good general.
Yes, sir. How are you, Baba?
Good afternoon. I'm good. It's Ferdinand calling from Newcastle.
Oh, that's Ferdinand. How are you doing today, Ferdinand?
Yeah. I'm good, Baba. I was off work today, so I tuned in this afternoon.
That's grand. So you're having some free day today. How is the weather in Newcastle?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, at least the sun is out. It's very nice. Like it's very normal. Yeah, it can change every time.
Even before you finish this phone,
yeah,
you look outside and be like, oh, man, it's not looking good again. So enjoy it.
That's one thing about the UK. The weather is very, very unpredictable, my ego. I know. It can change anytime. So a quick one, Baba. I'll just go straight to the point. While you were doing your broadcast earlier on, you played a conversation that was going on Twitter.
I think
about this guy.
Somehow your voice just went off and then came back.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Now I can, yeah. Oh, you can continue.
Oh, yeah, I said earlier on today you were actually making a broadcast, and then you played them earlier on today. I mean, this broadcast when you started initially, you played one clip from the people having conversation online on Twitter.
Yes, Twitter.
And there was this tribal bigot who was blaming the Igbos for what happened. They're trying to take over the Lagos and all that.
He's talking about Yoruba land.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
okay, trying to take over Yoruba land.
Yeah,
so
because somebody was posting the bad road about Ogun State.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, Igbos are not even involved in all of this, right? But rather than them
exactly
to the people behind it, they just
like
the Igbos. I was like, waiting concern Igbo in all of this, for God's sake, man.
Like, and Mayegu, do you know that the shocking thing about the whole stuff is that I immediately went on Twitter and checked this guy. His name he goes by the name Iceman. His profile picture is like a sword and kind of like, I don't know, it's like an X sign with a crown on top of it.
That's right.
And he wrote there a carnation.
That's what he said.
A carnation. And guess what, I googled a carnation. A carnation is a sub-Igbo region in Delta State. That guy that was saying that, he's actually an Igbo guy.
Ika.
If you trace him, yeah.
See, I've been seeing all these arguments online.
A carnation. I mean,
and most of the people who are actually like
what he is. Look at what he. Look at what he wrote on his profile. On his profile, he put a picture here, a carnation, and he wrote "Onu kukume obu efifi." I don't know what that means, but it sounds kind of like an Igbo, but with a different variation. You know, kind of like where you have a different kind of like a different dialect or something. You know, but this guy is actually Delta Igbo, and he's actually criticizing his own self like that. Like it reminds me of when 1-2 Emperor said that I did not even believe that. Like I actually witnessed that today with this broadcast you made, you know, with the clip you played. So how can a person hate a tribe or a nation that he is part of? Like,
you know, I said that too. I said there are self-hating Igbos.
Yeah, you and 1-2 Emperor repeated it. Yeah.
On themselves.
I'm telling you, like, so like the whole thing was very, very disgusting. So like,
my brother Ferdinand.
I can't really believe that. And then secondly, let's just go to the issue of the budget and what they've been doing with all this money they bought and all that. Why is it that every successive government in Nigeria keep on buying cars? Like all these cars they buy, where did they go? If another person comes in now, he will start buying cars. Like all these automobiles they are buying, what are they actually using it for? What happened to the old ones? And it's not really like their old ones, like a car that was bought by a previous administration 3, 4, 5 years ago can't be used again. Like, what is going on? Every time they keep buying cars, they keep buying security cars and sharing to the police and to the military, all for nothing. Like, it's just like it's a conduit pipe for embezzlement. It is a conduit pipe for embezzlement. And this really brings me down to what I actually want to say, because if these criminals who goes by the name distinguished, they like using that word distinguished. I don't know what really makes them distinguished about their character.
Well, maybe
because these guys are disgusting. These guys are disgusting. I'm telling you the honest truth. These guys are disgusting. Like you and I were in the UK, yeah, you saw how the transition of power shifted from conservative to Labour. There was no expenses, nothing. It was just pack the things, leave, another person packs, you know, just like where an old tenant is living and then the new tenant is living, you know. There was no ceremony about it, nothing. The whole process was just done smoothly, you know, within 24 hours, everything has been concluded.
There's no this or that.
There's no committee, nothing. So these people keep, and they are not even learning any lesson from what is happening to their colleagues in Kenya. Look at what a senator was just ranting on the television, and I was imagining, like, who voted this fool? Like, that guy is not even supposed to be around the corridor of power, because first, he doesn't even have a manner of approach. He doesn't know that he's on live TV, and he doesn't know the rules of engagement, that when you say something, you allow the person who is interviewing you to ask you questions based on what you've said, and then you bring your rebuttals and try to, like, defend what you've said. He kept talking and going, trying to shut up the mouth of the guy who was doing the interview. And the guy was actually so embarrassed in a way. These are the kind of...
You know, they will shout you down.
Yeah.
They won't answer the question straight until you are.
No, they won't answer it straight.
You just be like, you know what? Don't worry. Let me ask you another one.
Yeah. That is
the spokesperson for the Nigerian Senate.
Can you imagine that?
He's the spokesperson. He was the one who's supposed to answer all questions about the Senate. But he's asking,
can you imagine that?
You go and do your findings, and then we can now come back and say if it's true or not. Man.
Exactly. Can you imagine such a character? And my good, that brings me to my final point. These politicians feel that they are not accountable to the people, and that is exactly what they do. Because if you really feel accountable to the people, there is no way you will stay on a public platform like the television, be on an interview on live TV, and then somebody is asking you questions. Instead of you to defend whatever budget or whatever stuff you guys are doing in there, you are trying to play on the. If you're trying to play on the intelligence of over 200 million Nigerians or what, because that's what they've been doing and going through. They don't really have that sense of accountability, because if there is accountability in the civil service or in the government, somebody cannot just come out and just make that statement and go scot-free like that. That's one of our problems with that. We have lack of accountability.
I know.
Yeah, and if we don't protest and stop that their national assembly, maybe probably state it at least, or capture one or two of them and set an example, the rest won't even learn a lesson. No. Because we really need to bring what is happening in Kenya, bring it down to Nigeria and spread it across the whole of Africa. Thank you, man. That's my point. Thank you for
so
the good job.
Ferdinand, okay, for all of that. You see, one thing I've told people before is that even those of you don't think that there are not those who are also supporting the criminal politicians of Kenya, ready to mobilize themselves. But you know something, those of you who are supporting these Olori Brukus in Nigeria because of what you think you might get from them, right? You know what will happen when the whole revolution kicks up and starts? Those of you asking people that, why don't you come back home? We'll show you. Nothing will remove this, so that when the whole shit hit the fan, you will first be the sacrifice that people will use. And also, the rest of you, when they see that some of you are already being lynched and then taken care of, right? The rest of you will disappear. And those who are giving you money to defend them on social media, they will be running. They will be running. There will be nobody to give you money to come and defend them when the shit hit the fan. But for now, may everybody they make their mouth. Consider this as us making mouth. Consider yourself as making mouth as well. Even when the casala burst, Tifnumu will run. But the only thing is that you are like, oh my, you know, go happen. Not be this Niger. That's why you have the Mayegun's Diary Politico. You can come back to all of this in a few months' time or even in a few years' time and say, well, if you still change your mind or if you are still keeping that same mind, it's going to happen. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, my good general.
Oh, the prince.
The
Prince
great
Jeje
masquerade. The Tucano Mike.
Yes, sir.
How about we here? This is Prince Jeje representing IPOB for life. Baba, it's a privilege to be on your channel this afternoon.
The all pleasure, the pleasure is mine, Baba. Thank you very much for joining us.
Well done, Baba. Yeah, we'll continue to talk because they said talk and talk and bring leads to action. Okay, faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word. Okay, so Baba, as you are talking every day, being positive, you are building the faith and action in every one of us. Okay. And I want to encourage our people that do call. Don't talk down on Nigeria people. Don't talk down on Nigeria youth. Okay. Nobody is happy. All right. And they did their best during the NSAS to come out to mobilize, but unfortunately, they didn't know that Nigeria is not a country. Okay, because if it's a country, they will see them as citizens, even with the flag that they are carrying up, singing national anthem. Nigerian army, who's supposed to defend them, came out and start shooting like if they are at the war front. Okay, so one thing I want us to continue doing is continue to encourage this guy. Don't say they won't do anything. They won't do anything. as Mayegu is doing, he's also always positive here.
Yes.
And he has been winning many souls. He has been building faith in many people. And so if we continue to be positive to each other,
Yes.
one day the fire will ignite for people to react.
You know.
Okay, because we cannot continue being a slave in our own so-called country.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sustainable at all. You know, and if you look at what Mayego used to say, that these people, by their action, they will bring down Nigeria by their hand, by their own self. Not that, you know, we will. In fact, it will be a little thing that Nigeria youth will do.
Because if it is about how we feel, Nigeria is not supposed to exist anymore by now, right?
Exactly.
It is about what they are doing that will break Nigeria, and people should watch it.
Sure. So, secondly, I want also our Nigerian youth and everybody not to be distracted. You see that when they started, they want to clamp on social media, but they found out one thing, that if you want to catch monkey, you behave like monkey. Now they are using social media to distract Nigerian youth. For instance, one of their latest tactics is talking about 2027, so that you will not focus in the hunger that they have using to terrorize everybody, and rise up and question them. Your mind will be, let's mobilize. We are the obedient. Let's mobilize 2027. Let's stand behind the Obi. Will you be alive to 2027? That is what you ask yourself. With this way they are going, will I be alive till 2027? Okay? And some people that will be saying, they will kill you, you will do that. Are we alive? This way we are alive.
They're not killing us already. Because
even those that Baba, even those that escape abroad, you are still in the quagmire, because the abroad that where you are is beg to apply slavery. That's where you secondary slavery, and they deliberately, the Westerners deliberately make sure that they put criminal in where we are coming from, so that if our place is not conducive, if we run out, then the slavery will be willingly. Any condition they put us, any job they give us, we do with thanks. You understand? Hoping that they are giving us best treatment.
At least.
So to me,
compared to where you are coming from, what they've turned the place into, you will take any conditions they push at you, as much as they will never put even tiny bit of that towards support. You know, it's always there.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So, and finally, this guy, Wike, that you see that if Nigeria is a country, it's supposed to be in jail. He is one of their poster boy that they are using to distract Nigerians. The other day, he was putting that jacket. I don't know if his grandson borrowed him to wear. Right. You know, Nigerian on social media, they are distracted about that, talking about how much the Versace is. And this guy is spending billions of naira building house for vice president, billions of naira. Now they are bribing judges by telling them they are going to build new. They have quarters, so where they are living, they are not paying, very good quarters. Now they want to build another brand new one for them. They said there is their retirement home. Why Nigerians are dying? How much are they mapping out? About almost 200 billion naira. We are not talking about a million. No. They want to build house for judges to prepare them against you on 2027 coming. This is what they've started. They are not even talking about governance. It's about 2027. You understand? So let's begin to encourage ourselves. Any day they say, let's march out. Let everybody come out. If we come out in our millions anywhere we are, go home and abroad, my brother, things will happen. First we say things don't go happen. Things will happen. Even the police, the army, they are waiting for people to stand like the Kenya youth, Kenya Gen Z. That's what they are expecting you. Stand. You understand? Not that things, they don't go if 1 or 2 persons, they don't go scratch 1 or 2 persons. But if you do that sacrifice and make things happen, my brother, it will be for our children and our children's children. That's because right. In Nigeria, nobody is a citizen. Mayego, continue speaking your positive way. God will continue to help you. And we are behind you. We'll continue to do our little in our little corner. God bless you.
Man. Thank you so much, Prince JJ, man. And thanks to every one of us as well on the platform this afternoon. Let's go get ready for the evening. Let's go mop up the real and the what do you call it? Some real convo stories that will continue to help feed our consciousness, our subconsciousness as well, when we are dealing with these rogues, as we are dealing with them. Information is power, they say. And if you know better, the ideal thing is for you to do better. You know better, you do better. Now, if you do know better, I expect you to do better. I will see you later this evening. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, okay? And good afternoon. See you later.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ